Good morning, everybody. This is Malik again. And we're on the Stego missions. And we are headed to mission level 9, where we have to deal with another audio file. Now this was probably, in my opinion, I think one of the coolest ones out there. So we'll take a quick look at it. I'll give you a hint. We'll take that a little bit further, and we'll see if you can figure it out. If not, I'll give you another hint, and see if you can figure that out, and then we'll do it all together. So, mission level 9. Well, we have a song to download, and our only hint here is "Kiss Me Alone." Okay. Truthfully, the hint didn't do a whole lot for me. But you know, is what it is. So I'm going to go ahead and download the song. I've already got it saved to my desktop, but I'm just gonna kind of open it with WinAce here. And we're going to have this WAV file. I don't need that to open in VLC. Sorry, I'm pushing the video up at the same time, so. I gotta get rid of all these. So let's go ahead and extract to the desktop. But as I said, I already have it there, but I'm just going to go ahead and override it. Yep, that's the one. Okay. So let me go to the desktop here, find my file. I don't remember what it was called. There it is. It's this one right here. So I am just going to open this thing up with my WavePad sound editor. Okay. And I'll play it here for you, and then I'll let you see if you can figure out what to do with it. Okay, so we have about a 40-second stereo file, because here's both of our channels. So you know, we do have you know, 2 channels here. You know, again, doesn't really matter which ones we kind of deal with on how we split them, or frequency analysis, or anything like that. But you know, there are some things we can do when we take a look at the frequency spectrogram that can really give you the answer actually fairly quickly, if you kind of know what you're looking at down here in the spectrogram. Now, I worked this 2 different ways. I actually did it directly from the spectrogram the first time I did it. The second time I did it, I decided to go a little bit further and see if I could play with it a little bit more, and I found another way to do it, but it really just gave me what the spectrogram could. So play around with this stuff, and see if you can come up by playing with these wave files. See if you can come up with something, and when you do, you're gonna recognize it. You may not understand how to read it, but you're gonna recognize what you hear. Uh, my biggest hint, instead of what they did, the hint that they gave you on the page, I kind of think a look at the song. Just think of "Come Together." Okay, so you kind of keep that in mind. Play around with the WAV file inside of here, and see if you can come up with something. And again, when you come up with it, you're going to know it. When you come up with that, if you know what it is, you'll be able to do the conversion yourself. Now, I didn't go as far as to find a conversion that could do it for me. I actually just did a manual conversion. Only took me a couple of minutes because it's not very difficult. But let's see if you can figure that out. So I'll give you a minute, play around with this file, see what you can do, and see if you can come up with something a little bit more interesting than that song, because there is something inside of that song that you're looking for. Okay. Okay. So, now as I said, the first time I did it straight from here. And I'm going to show you what this is after I do what I did the second time. Now, there's a couple of ways to actually do this. Let me remember the way I actually first did it. I think I just clicked on it. Okay, I probably didn't do it that way. Alright, so there's my two waves. Alright, this is what kind of gave me the idea. See how one goes up, one goes down. That's what kind of gave me the idea. Let's see if I can remember how I did it. I don't have it on the suite inside of here. I used it on a different program last time, but I know we can do it inside of here. I just got to remember how to do it. Then I did it down at the bottom. No. How did I do it? How did I do it? How did I do it? Oh, you know what? I probably... I can probably do it from here. Try to do a batch join. No, that's not going to let me do it from there. There we go. I'm going to convert the channels to mono. I found another way to do it. I can't remember how. But I can convert the channels to mono. Now, if you were able to do that, and if you play it now, okay, that sounds a little different. the two channels were out of phase. So when we merged them together inside of a mono file, and again, depending on what program you use, you convert them a little bit different. I can never remember how to convert inside of here. I could have joined the channels together, but again, there's other ways that I could have done it. I could have gone into my options and merged them. As I said, I think the easiest way I found out how to do it was just to edit and convert them to mono. So that takes the two stereo channels and merges them into one. Well, that sounds like something that's been around for a very, very long time. And most of you probably got what it is, even though you may not know how to read it, you probably got what it is right off the bat. It's Morse code. So, now, I did mine the hard way. There may be an easier way to do it, but I did mine the hard way because I wanted to do it. I haven't played with Morse a lot, but I wanted to try it out. Yes, that's my notes for it. So, in case I need anything, so let me open up a new notepad. It's a little interesting when you kind of break it down, because if you take a look at the file, just in say one section, short, long, 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 short, short, short. As you start looking through these, you're going to notice, and I can give this part to you, you're going to notice that really you're just going to come up with numbers. Again, it's real simple to do numbers in Morse, because it starts with short, long, 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 and that equals 1. And then you go short, short, long, 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 and that's going to equal 2. There's always going to be 5. Short, 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 long, long, equals 3. Okay? Short, 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 long, it's going to equal 4. And short, 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 it's going to equal 5. And then it kind of reverses. We start adding longs to the front. Long, short, 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 it's going to equal 6. Long, long, short, 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 equals 7. Long, 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 short, short, it's going to equal 8. Long, 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 short, it's going to equal 9. And long, 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 long is going to equal 0. Okay. So really, all I did from here was I kind of split my screen. So I kind of just brought this down here to where I could type it in, and kind of brought this up to the top. And I looked at each little section. Of course, I zoomed in, as much as I could, so I could see every group. And of course, I had it full screen. I did this on another monitor, but I had it full screen to where I could just see it, and I didn't need it that big. I just needed to be able to see the long and the shorts. Really, what I wanted to see was, at least a couple of groups. And then I have my notepad down here. So I look at short, long, 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 long. Well, that's a 1. And then 5 longs. Well, that's a 0. And I kept everything together to begin with. Short, short, long, long, short, short, short. Well, that's a 7. And I went to the next group. And I saw, 5 shorts. Well, that's a 0. and I'm sorry, 5 shorts is a 5, 5 longs are a 0. And I kept doing this. Keep doing this all the way through to the end. Now you may find a Morse converter online where you can just save the file as mono, upload it, and you're okay. Maybe it can convert it for you. I didn't try that. I just did it, manually. But go through these and convert everything. All of them are going to be numbers. Convert it and see what you come up with. So pause the video, do your conversion, see what you come up with, and see if you can figure out what to do with it. Because that's going to give you your password. Okay, so as I went through and converted these, I ended up with 5 6, and then 1 2 0, 4 8, 1 1 9, 5 3, 9 8, 9 8, 1 1 7, 1 1 3. I was like, well, that could be the password. So I tried it just to see. I didn't think it would be, but tried it just to see, and of course it wasn't. So taking a look at the numbers, I saw that there was never 3 numbers together that went over 255. So I decided to break these up. Because if 561 was together, it's too big. 120, 48, 119, 53, 98, 98, 117, 113. Now it looks like I'm just dealing with decimals. Well, so this is a decimal string. What we're looking for is a password, so we need to run it through a converter. So what type of converter would you run this through? So I will copy all of this, and just a quick little Google search, I can come up with a decimal to a text converter. I place in that decimal string, which is the same as going to your ASCII and doing the conversions yourself. You can definitely go to an ASCII chart and do it. I'll tell it to convert, and now I come up with this: K8X0W5BBUG. Copy that, paste that into here, and I get my go on button. So that was kind of interesting. I've never played with one that actually had me do Morse code. It was really cool to merge the two stereo channels, the stereo channels together, come up with the mono channel, have the 2 waves negate each other, and just leave the difference, which was a Morse code. I'd never played with one that way. Kind of stumbled across it and got it, at a fairly quick time. But that was a fun one to play with. So that is it, my friends. That is number 9. Alright, so later on today I'm gonna finish up hopefully Stego 5, get into a couple of more there. Again, if you like the videos, subscribe to the channel, like the video. I do have as I mentioned, my Twitter account that's running. You can just look for me. It's at Malik CEH. So just take a look for that, because I will be posting some quick little news articles that I run across, some security issues that I find, hacks that happen, and I'm going to start posting live. So we're going to do some live postings where we can all kind of get together and kind of run a challenge all together at one time. So anyway, let me know if there's any particular thing you want to see. If you like these videos, let me know. I'll be glad to continue posting them or post something on your own. I'm working on a whole set of cryptography videos right now from earliest cryptography, like transportation ciphers and Caesar and things like that, all the way up to Enigma and some of the newer ones that we have running right now. I'm working on those just for some background history on encryption and cryptography. Alright, so until next time, my friends, this is Malik, and I'm out.